You're about to board your dream vacation flight, but before you even reach the gate, you've already painted a target on your back. Airport thieves are watching your every move, and they've just decided you're their next victim. Stay with me because in the next few minutes, I'm going to reveal exactly how these criminals operate and the 7 deadly mistakes that make you an easy target. I'm going to share something that might shock you. Professional thieves spend less than 30 seconds deciding whether to rob you or move on to someone else. They have a checklist running through their minds, and if you check too many boxes, you're done. But here's the thing most people don't realize. These aren't random crimes. Airport theft is a calculated business, and these criminals are incredibly good at what they do. Let me tell you about Sarah, a business traveler who learned this lesson the hard way. She was sitting at her gate, laptop bag beside her, phone charging on the floor, completely absorbed in answering emails. In less than 2 minutes, everything was gone. The thief walked past her 3 times before making his move, studying her behavior, waiting for the perfect moment. Sarah made 5 critical mistakes that day, and by the end of this video, you'll know exactly what they were. The first thing you need to understand is that airport thieves are profiling you from the moment you enter the terminal. They're looking for specific signals that scream easy target. The biggest mistake people make is what I call the tourist tell. You know what I'm talking about. The oversized backpack, the camera hanging around your neck, the confusion while staring at departure boards, and the constant checking of boarding passes. These behaviors immediately identify you as someone unfamiliar with the environment, someone who's distracted and vulnerable. But it gets worse. These thieves have mastered the art of distraction theft. They work in teams, often appearing as ordinary travelers or even airport employees. One person creates a distraction while another makes the grab. I've seen them spill coffee near someone's belongings, ask for directions while their partner works behind the scenes, or even create fake emergencies to draw attention away from their real target. Here's mistake number 2 that puts you directly in their crosshairs: the charging station trap. Everyone needs to charge their devices, but the way you do it determines whether you're safe or sorry. Thieves love charging stations because people get comfortable. They let their guard down, and they create perfect opportunities for quick grabs. When you plug in your phone and walk away, or when you're so focused on your screen that you forget about your surroundings, you've just made their job incredibly easy. The third critical error is what professionals call luggage negligence. I see this constantly. People treating their carry-on bags like furniture instead of valuables. They place bags on empty seats, leave them unattended while using restrooms, or position them where they can't maintain visual contact. Airport thieves know that most people won't chase them through a crowded terminal, especially when they're worried about missing flights. Now here's something that will blow your mind. Thieves are studying your body language more carefully than you study your boarding pass. They're looking for stress indicators, distraction patterns, and vulnerability markers. When you're frantically searching through your bag, when you're arguing on the phone, or when you're dealing with crying children, you're broadcasting that you're overwhelmed and not paying attention to potential threats. Mistake number 4 is the cash flash phenomenon. Every time you pull out your wallet, you're potentially advertising how much money you're carrying and where you keep it. Thieves are watching when you pay for coffee, when you tip baggage handlers, and when you're fumbling for identification. They're memorizing your patterns and planning their approach based on what they observe. The 5th deadly mistake involves technology mismanagement. Your expensive devices make you a high-value target, but it's not just about having them. It's about how you handle them. Leaving laptops unattended during security checks, using devices with bright screens in dark areas that attract attention, or having multiple expensive gadgets visible simultaneously all increase your risk exponentially. Here's what really separates victims from survivors: situational awareness. The people who don't get robbed aren't necessarily stronger or smarter. They're more alert. They're constantly scanning their environment. They notice when the same person walks past them multiple times, and they trust their instincts when something feels wrong. But awareness alone isn't enough. You need specific strategies to protect yourself. Always keep valuables zipped and close to your body. When charging devices, position yourself so you can watch both your belongings and foot traffic. If someone approaches you with an unusual request or tries to create a distraction, Immediately secure your belongings before engaging with them. The most important thing to remember is that airport thieves rely on predictability and distraction. When you break their patterns by staying alert, keeping valuables secure, and trusting your instincts, you immediately become a harder target. They'll move on to someone else because their business model depends on quick, easy scores with minimal risk. Your safety starts with understanding that airport crime is preventable. These thieves succeed because people make predictable mistakes, but now you know better. Stay alert, secure your belongings, and remember that the best defense against airport theft is simply not looking like an easy target. Your vigilance is your best protection. And now you have the knowledge to travel safely and confidently.